Hey everybody, Bradley's Fan 9, Pogo Shiny Hunter here with our good buddy Mr. Peach. He's always here with us, isn't he? Anyways, sorry for taking so long to get a part 4 for this band wave. I've had some personal stuff going on, had some stuff to deal with. And I've been swamped, and obviously this coronavirus stuff has gotten a lot of people rattled and things like that, yada yada. But I'd like to update you on the recent, or I guess not so recent, it started in February, now it's kind of midway into March here. So this is still a follow-up from the February band wave, but this is all the info I've gathered since my last part 3, which is about a week and a half ago. So a lot of people are curious whether it's safe and what my recent findings have found out and things like that. I've made 5 accounts since my last video, and I've been testing tons of different things out. So let's get to the video and I'll tell you all the things that I've found out so far and how to at least temporarily stay safe and keep your important accounts away from any sort of bans whatsoever. So let's get started. Alright, we got Pika here joining us for the next little section here. Say hi, Pika. Say hi, buddy. What's this? Alright, so we're going to start off with the first 3 videos and go through what the things we were thinking it might have been and whether they were proven wrong or not. And then we'll go through my accounts that I've had, what I've done with the accounts, which ones have been hit with bans, which ones haven't. And then after that, I'll just show you the area that you could find how to download iSpoofer and get going, creating new accounts and testing things out yourself. After that, I'll go to common questions that people have been asking me, and then I'll answer those. And throughout the video, I'll describe my current thoughts and everything I have gathered as far as research and information from people commenting and things I've tested out with these accounts using IPA Store and direct download. So I hope you enjoy. So let's get this on the road, shall we? Okay, as you can see here, I'm still using iSpoofer. iSpoofer's still good. You can still play it. It's not safe right now. Don't think it's safe to go using important accounts because it's still not safe to do that. I'm creating new accounts, but I could still play for days without getting hit with a ban. They don't just hit you right away. So let's get into the previous things we had here. So the first video, we were thinking it might have been, or at least I was thinking that it might have been the certificates like it was in the first ban wave back in January. But in fact, it seems that's not the case. Direct download isn't more dangerous than IPA Store at the moment. Although when direct download needs a new certificate, you don't have to deal with that on IPA Store, so it's still handy. And being able to have Spotify Premium and stream movies and stuff is still super useful for the price of IPA Store. So you could go watch my other IPA Store video if you want more info on that. Video 2, I was thinking it might have been Calm Day that tagged people because my accounts that participated in Community Day did not get tagged at first. Unfortunately, they did eventually. Some did get tagged, and accounts that people commented after that, thanks for everyone's help, said that they also got tagged even though they didn't participate in Community Day. And to even further prove that, I created a new account after Community Day, and that one, I did have an account that I've created afterwards that got a red warning. So, unfortunately, neither of those two were the cause of the bans getting handed out. Number 3, I kind of was thinking it might have been due to the multiple accounts because it seemed to be when I signed in to other accounts that you got hit with the ban even though you didn't do anything for a while. Now it made some sense, and to other people it made sense too, but then some people were saying that it wasn't the case, and I created 2 brand new accounts since that video and made sure to keep signing in and out of those 2, sign in at different devices and do everything I can. And that did not at least instantly trigger a ban. And one of those 2 accounts still has never been hit with a ban yet, which is curious, but I'll get to my accounts later. So unfortunately, that has also been proven false. I guess it's a good thing. We're figuring things out. Thanks for all the help, everybody. As you can see, we put out something that we think it may be, and then we get you guys and myself to try and test it out and find things out, and then we keep going through the possibilities. Now, also in that video, part 3, I mentioned that it could have been the iSpoofer version, and I'm starting to lean more towards that. And that's why I've been creating new accounts. So if I have an account and it gets banned and then iSpoofer has a new version out, like 3.6.0 or 3.5.8. That's what I mean by version. And then I'll create a new account only using that newest version, hoping that iSpoofer made a version that's undetectable. That's what I keep doing here. So my new theory is not completely new because I mentioned it in the other video, but I was more leaning towards multiple accounts back then. I'm thinking it's the iSpoofer version, and I'm thinking they'll eventually make a version that's undetectable, and we gotta just keep trying. iSpoofer isn't dead. You could still download it. It's not like Global Plus Plus where they got hit with I was going to call it a ban, but they got sued basically. So they had to take their stuff off. They got hit with a lawsuit by Niantic. But this hasn't happened with iSpoofer, which is also kind of confusing to me. If Niantic really wanted to get rid of them, they could just do that same thing again. So I don't know. I've kind of had the theory where using iSpoofer was kind of also ran by Niantic. It would be smart if they did that. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case because we're still getting banned out here. And this is pretty bad timing with the virus going around and not being able to go outside and really see a lot of people. This would be the perfect way to allow people to still enjoy this game and keep it going while people could stay inside and have a lot of fun. This game has the potential of being just absolutely unreal, which is unlocked by spoofing. But if you're just a legit, your game is very limited. You can only see the same spots all the time. I mean, if you live in a big city with stops and people and spawns everywhere, then it's okay to play legit. But like, if your city's kind of like this the whole time, I mean, this is pretty good. This is still New York, but kind of like outskirts New York. That's still way better than most people's cities. Like, I'll show you mine here, just to give you a little example. So where are we here? So here's the main city. But pretty much you go anywhere else, this is what you're looking at. We see like 2 stops and 3 gyms in my surroundings. Lots of fun, right? Especially if you're quarantined, you see what? Maybe 1 Pokemon spawn on you. This is why people spoof. Legit people out there whining and hating on us live in places like New York and San Francisco and popular places in Europe. Like, there's places where if you live here, boom, you're in the money if you live around here, right? So you can play legit here and brag to all the people who try and play legit in those other cities. It's not fair. You want to say it's not fair to spoof? It's not fair to live in a better city than us. It's not like every city's loaded with stops. If that was the case, then it would be a lot more fun to play legit. But you waste your whole life and have to spend every waking moment trying to get things in this game if you play legit in a small town, and it's extremely painful. So that's why we're trying to figure out this thing here, trying to keep spoofing alive and figure more things out and try and keep the account safe too. As another warning, I've warned people before, but stay off those important accounts. I advise creating new accounts. And then with those new accounts, just do everything you can. Okay, now let's get to my accounts that I have and which ones have gotten hit with bans and which ones haven't, and what I've done in those accounts to trigger those bans. So if you saw my part 3 video, you would have seen that my main, my second, both got hit with 30 days. My third still hasn't been hit with any, and then my fourth got hit with a 7-day ban. As soon as that happened, I haven't touched any of those accounts since because they're important to me, and I've created new accounts and only used them since video 1. So let's keep that clear. All my other accounts are basically research to figure out what's going on here. So first off, after video 1, I created 1 account and used IPA Store only. It got to level 27 before it got hit with a ban. And it seems, because the reason why the multiple accounts seem possible is because you got hit with the ban when you signed in. Now the one thing is, I believe they trigger you. Not too sure how they tag people, but then they take a while to hit you with that ban. And once you sign in again the next time, then you see your ban. That's why it seems like it would have been from signing in and out. But really you just got tagged and they waited to hit you with that ban. Because you don't just get instantly banned. Because I create these accounts and no account has gotten banned before level 20 at least. So keep that in mind. you don't get hit with a ban right away. So it's kind of weird, and we're still not too sure exactly why. But I'm trying to create new accounts, and my latest account that I made is still alive and hasn't been hit. And I've had lots of other reports of people creating accounts that are still okay, and they've been spoofing using iSpoofer. Direct download as well as IPA store. So unfortunately that account got to level 27, got hit with a ban, and then I made video 2, as you saw there. And I created 2 new accounts after that on version 3.5.8. One using IPA store only, the other one on a different device using direct download only. Now the IPA store actually got to level 30. I was able to get it to level 30. It lasted like a week. And then it eventually still got hit with a 7-day ban, which was a big bummer because I actually got a Shundo Tentacool, which was cool because I haven't caught a Shundo in a while since my main went down. And if anyone who really knows me and follows me, they know I love those Shundos, so that sucked to get hit with that 7-day ban. I was thinking maybe I was in the clear, but not quite. And then the other account that I created on direct download got hit a lot earlier. It got hit once it was only level 21. So, not too sure why that one got hit earlier, as I used the IPA store one more because it's on my good device. But hey, that's just more research there. But both of those were created on version 3.5.8. And as soon as 3.6.0 came out, I was still using 3.5.8 on the level 30. So I'm thinking that may have been what tagged me. But can't guarantee that. So then video 3 came along after this. And I created 3 new accounts after that. Actually 4. So basically, since video 1, that got hit with a ban. Since video 2, I created 2 more. They've both been hit with a ban. All just 7 days first strikes. None of them have been 30 days. So then after video 3 and all those accounts got hit with bans, I created 2 new accounts. 1 IPA store, 1 direct download again. Sorry, I didn't mean to flip you off. And the one that was on IPA store got to level 23, and then it got hit with a 7-day ban about 4 days ago. So that was unfortunate why the IPA store one got hit, and the one on direct download still hasn't been hit with a ban at all. It's level 25 and it's still okay, and it's been signed into different devices using direct download and IPA store, and it's still okay. So that was kind of weird, and they were created both at the same time, and both were created on version 3.6.0. So I guess that means 3.6.0 isn't 100% safe, but there is 3.6.2, which came out like a day after 3.6.0. So then I created a third account after video 3, basically to replace that one that got hit with the 7 days. And that one is still okay as well. That one was created on direct download, actually. That was created during the same time as the other 2. So I had Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur. Bulbasaur on IPA store got hit with the 7-day ban, and the other 2 on direct download are still okay. One's level 25, one's level 21. So at least my recent accounts seem to be okay. My most recent ban was from 3 days ago, and that was using IPA store. Now since then though, there's version 3.6.2, and I've created one more account since that, and this one was to replace the IPA store Bulbasaur that got hit. And this is Charmander. I just named them the Pokemon to kind of keep track of how many accounts I have. So I created Charmander, but instead of using a Google account, I used the Trainer Club sign-in, where you have to have a main parent to sign you in from the Pokemon Club, and then once you approve your kid to play, then they're allowed to play. So I'm testing that out too, because maybe they can't hit kids with their location or whatever reason they don't want to tag kids. That might be the case. I don't know. I'm just testing it out. And that account's okay. I've been playing. That's the one right here. I've been playing lots on this account in the last couple days. Got it to level 24. And it's gotten 7 shinies since. I'll show you the shiny Pokemon to show you could still get shiny Pokemon right now and you could still have fun. I know people have main accounts and feel like they want to just stop playing, but once you create a new account, you get that feeling again, and it's still fun, honestly. If you really enjoy the game, you'll like creating a new account and going again. And I've said before that I feel new accounts get better chances at shinies. So I've seen about 1,000 Pokemon in this account, and as you can see here, got a shiny Cobaline, shiny Larvitar. I hatched a shiny Clink out of a 10k. Wild shiny Lillipup. Hatched a 10k shiny Phoebus. Can't believe I hatched 2 shiny 10ks in the same account. Got the new shiny Nincada that just came out. 12 checks in. And then after that, I found a wild shiny Lickitung. And then just today, before making this video, I found a shiny Pikachu in the wild. So life's good in this account right now. If they don't get hit with a red warning, I plan to sell these in the future once they get to hit to level 30. But that's for future references. For right now, we're trying to figure out what's going on with these bans and trying to stop that from happening. So that account's still good. And so basically 3 out of the 7 accounts I've created since video 1 are still okay. 4 have been hit with a 7-day ban. And now to backtrack, that one account, the third one I created basically since video 1, got hit with 7 days, and then it's been 7 days since then, and I signed back into that account to continue to play, and I got a shiny Cobaline in that account and a shiny Timber. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen those, and that was on that account, which previously had a 7-day ban. Although you can still raid while banned, I waited. I just create a new account if I get a ban, and that account's still good. So it's been banned, came back, raided, got some shinies, and it's still okay. As of right now anyways. Let's finish up this video here. So basically, if you want to start spoofing and try new accounts and things like that, go and visit that link right there to my website, bradleysfan9.com/BLF9-spoofing-vault. You can just go to the website and you'll be able to get there real quick. And that will include everything I have basically on the spoofing Pokemon GO. So it includes the direct download link, the IPA store info, tons of other info on how to spoof and things to do while spoofing and things like that. And it also includes the Discord invite link to the iSpoofer Discord themselves so that you could stay updated with their recent versions and things like that, whether the direct download's up or down, they'll let you know there too. So make sure to visit that site there for tons of helpful info, because you'll be searching all over the internet if you don't go there to try and find the direct download link and things like that. So now for common questions that people have been asking me a lot in the past couple weeks. First, what can I do when I have a 7-day red warning? So you could go watch my other video on the January ban wave. It explains a lot about what you could do. But basically you could see everything that's not a rare spawn. You could still get shinies. You could still hit up raids, 5-star raids. You could do all of that. But if you get a warning, I would suggest laying low, because it just means you're going to get a 30-day warning after that if you're not careful. So you can do things while hit with a red warning, but I would advise not doing them. Next question is, IPA store doesn't have the latest version. It tells me I need to update. Why does it do that? Basically, when the new version comes out, direct download will have it right away, but IPA store usually takes a while to get the forced updates up there. So basically, I feel they test it out, and whether they feel it's safe or not, and then they throw it out there. Direct download throws it out as soon as it's available. So if you want to just use IPA store, you're just going to have to wait a bit and just keep checking IPA store until the iSpoofer's on the far left, which means the newest version has been released. And then you just reinstall that and you'll be good to go again. But you could always download direct download, although I feel it's more risky if they are trying to tag certificates. I would avoid using that if it's a very important account to you, but if it's not, you could always use direct download in the meantime. That's what I did during Community Day. Lots of people have been asking, how am I not banned on my Instagram? Well, as you've heard in this video, a lot of my accounts have been banned. I create new accounts and test things out, and those accounts are what getting shinies right now and things that I'm throwing up on my Instagram. So that's why I'm not banned, because technically I have a bunch of accounts. Some of them are banned, some are not. Then some people are thinking, does teleporting or catching Pokemons, triggering soft ban affect this ban? I believe not. I don't think any in-game thing you do in here is going to affect the ban. Using your buddy, teleporting to different spots, soft banning yourself, like I'll catch this bag in here, and then I'll teleport to this Beldum. This is what I mean by soft ban. So it said 10 minutes there, as you can see. Suggested time, 10 minutes to wait for cooldown. You can watch my cooldown video. It's got all the information on what that means and how to avoid it. But I don't believe that has any trigger, which a lot of people tend to think it does. But this guy's going to run away as soon as I throw a Pokeball at him. Flee. But it's okay. If you wanted, you could just go back to the last place that you actually did something. Because if I kept trying to do things around there, it would just stay soft ban. But this is where I caught that bagging. So now I should be able to just spin this guy out. There you go. So now I'm good to chill where the bagging was. So I don't think that affects it at all. As you can see, I'm carelessly doing this type of stuff, trying to get myself banned. And this account has been good, and I've been doing tons of stuff in it. And then basically lots of people are asking me, is it safe? I feel those people haven't really watched my YouTube videos because I've mentioned multiple times that it's not safe to use any important account. Bans are still being handed out, and it's very dangerous to spoof in any important account if you're worried about getting a ban. So please still stay off those accounts and create new ones, test things out, and have fun just creating a new account. Unlocking your decks, doing those special research and things like that. Because it's still pretty fun to go and do that. Although it's tough having that low item space. You're going to have to delete items a lot. But big deal. It's still funner than walking around or just catching one Pokemon every hour. So while you're quarantined or self-isolating, you can still play Pokemon. Like, it'll last days at least. So I encourage people to create new accounts, direct download or IPA store, and then just keep playing and doing everything you can. Buddy system. Try absolutely everything. And then if you get hit with a ban, throw a comment below so that everyone else can get informed. And we could gather all the info to hopefully make a part 5 that will be confirmation that it's okay to spoof again in important accounts. But until then, we're going to keep gathering info. So thanks for everyone helping. And I encourage you to continue helping and throwing your comments below. As well as Instagram and my website. Comments on there are also helpful. Sorry for the people I didn't get to right away on Instagram. As I said, I've had a lot of stuff going on, and I've been flooded with comments and things everywhere. It can take a little time to get used to, or to get to all the comments and things, because I don't like living on my phone either. I'm not that much of a phone person, if you could believe it. But hey, I'll get to you. It's nothing personal. I'm not a dickhead. I'll get back to you eventually. So to quickly summarize it up, I've created a bunch of accounts, 7 since video 1, and 4 of them have been hit with bans. 3 of them are still okay, and I've been doing lots of things in those accounts. As you can see here, I'm still playing. iSpoofer's still good. Still not safe to spoof in the main or any important account, but I encourage you to create new accounts. Remember, look at the version of the Pokemon GO, and then remember what version you downloaded or created your account on, because that could have a big effect on what's triggering bans, because maybe 3.6.2 is safe, and anything created or played since then will not get banned. So we're going to keep checking this out. So make sure to comment and test things out yourself. Thanks, everyone. The community getting together is the only way we're going to find this thing out. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you found this information helpful. Sorry for taking so long to get back to you, but I've had a lot of things going on and lots of things to research. I think one thing and then I find something else out and I got to backtrack. So I hope this information was helpful. Hopefully I'll get back to you with a part 5 saying that it's safe. But until then, comment and help out through the comments and Instagram. And I'll see you in my other videos, everybody. Say bye to Mr. Peach. See you, Mr. Peach.